So we got another Spider-Man coming out. Amazing. Hi, I'm Andre and I'm a black nerd and I'm angry. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 trailer released, and everyone was like, Andre, you gotta talk about it. You gotta talk about Amazing Spider-Man 2 trailer. Oh my god, it's so crazy. Jamie Foxx is blue and he's shooting electric things, and there's a green goblin. We know it's gonna be a green goblin, and Martin Lawrence's sidekick from Big Mama's house is a rhino. And the reason why I didn't really jump in talking about it is because I never saw The Amazing Spider-Man. I was wanting to see it, but no one wanted to see it with me because they were like, forget that, we just saw the Sam Raimi ones. We don't need to see another Spider-Man. So I just was like, all right, cool. And then when the reviews came out, I was like, so-so. I was like, all right, I guess I'll see it when I see it. I actually bought the DVD Blu-ray of it last year on Black Friday because it was on sale. Never watched it until recently. So I finally watched the first Amazing Spider-Man. Would you ever want me to review like older movies? Because there's some stuff I can say about that movie that was okay, and there was some stuff, a lot of stuff I can say about the movie was like, what do you go, can you keep your mask on? What's happening? What? Let me know that's something you want me to do. I should do that. I should be a critic of nostalgia properties. That's never been done before, right? Just your average Joe being angry, ranting about things. I should also be an angry nerd about video games. I'm coming up with some good ideas here. I am creative. So, Amazing Spider-Man 2, I kind of have the same feeling as I feel about Man of Steel 2. It's like, well, do whatever you want because you're making a sequel to a movie that I'm just like, about. I'm not really liking it or hating it, just, I don't really care. The big thing about this movie is that it's palling on villains. While Warner Brothers is sticking every single superhero they can in their Man of Steel movie, Spider-Man is like, give us every villain that we got that Disney hasn't already gotten their movie properties yet. Because you know Disney is still circling around the Sony lot, just like, hey, you better make those Spider-Man movies or we're gonna throw Andrew Garfield right here in the trunk with Indiana Jones. And Fox, Fantastic Four needs a movie soon or else we're coming over. I was just about to sit down and talk about this trailer when news broke that there's gonna be Spider-Man villain movies. Venom is gonna have his own movie, and there's also gonna be a Sinister 6 movie, which hasn't really been defined if it's gonna be just a Sinister 6. I mean, is Spider-Man not gonna be in it? Because I feel like if you're gonna have the Sinister 6, you kind of have to have Spider-Man. Maybe it's gonna be like a new chapter, like the Amazing Spider-Man will end and then Spider-Man and the Sinister 6 will be the new thing. I don't know. Now, I gotta be honest, this could be a good thing if done properly. I think that there would be some room for villains to have their own spotlight movies. A lot of times the villains are sometimes more cooler than the heroes. But the thing is, we're doing this with Spider-Man villains, and no offense to Spider-Man villains, but Spider-Man villains I don't feel have been in the mainstream pop culture yet. If you're a comic book fan, I'm sure you know every single one of the rogues to the T, and you love them, you have your favorites or whatever. But unless you grew up on the Fox Kids Spider-Man cartoon or you're watching Ultimate Spider-Man now on the Disney XD, I don't really think you know a lot of the Spider-Man villains if you're just like the mainstream person. Like, you know Batman. See, the reason why Batman villains, not only are they really cool villains, but Batman villains have kind of been in our life for a very long time. Then you had that Batman movie with all the villains, Joker, Riddler, Penguin, and Catwoman in the same movie. See, it can be done. It can be done. They did it before anybody else. First, Sony's in a predicament because they only have so many characters they can use because Disney has everyone else. So I'm just hoping that they do this right, because the problem I have with all this, let's make a big universe of the Spider-Man and like X-Men and Fantastic Four is gonna be all one universe, and we got the X-Men from the old movies and the X-Men for the first class joining together. This is all a result of the Avengers. It was even mentioned in an article, this is the Avengers effect. Tons of heroes and tons of villains going on at the same time to keep you interested, because one superhero just isn't enough. There are gonna be some heroes and some villains who just don't deserve their own film, but there are still comic book characters that I feel could have some very strong films of their own. So I'm getting a little concerned that we now just want to just chunk every single hero and every single villain into one movie, thinking we're gonna have the same result as the Avengers. There's a lot of other factors that come into play of what made that movie work, including what led up to that movie. We had a bunch of individual movies with these characters before we saw them all together. To just throw a bunch of people together with no prior knowledge of any of them, I don't know if it's gonna have the same effect. It may not have the same result, and I feel like it's just a fast-paced way to try to get the same success of another movie. I feel like this is definitely another one of those cases of, hey, Avengers made money, so you gotta make money with whatever character we got. Just throw every single superhero Sony have. Put some Smurfs in there too. We got the Smurfs, put the Smurfs in there. Men in Black, put the Men in Black. Men in Black and Spider-Man. Come on. I wanna see Spider-Man dancing with Will Smith. Here come the Spider-Man. They have Stan Lee in the background doing a Hammer Man. Excelsior! Hammer time! Oh. You can even tell that they don't have any idea. Did you see the stinger on the first Amazing Spider-Man, the like after credit scene? That was the most generic after credit scene I've ever seen in my entire life. It was some dark figure in a shadow just going, hey, does he know what's going on? Okay, so we might watch him, and the thing that may happen will be that thing that we can watch him doing this thing. Cause that's what's gonna happen. Don't do that thing to him. Oh, we're gonna do that thing. No information that came out of that scene whatsoever. That's them just going like, well, we gotta put something there. So good luck with this. I hope you do well, but I'm just gonna say my expectancy level is a little bit lower. And as for me personally, I say let's stop all this superhero bunching together and just make one good movie for the superhero who truly deserves his own movie. The Brown Hornet. Now I want to hear from you. Are you excited about this Venom and Sinister 6 movie news? Do you think it's too much? Or are you just like, finally we're getting some villains on the big screen that aren't Jokers? And what superhero or superhero team would you love to see in the same movie? Get all fan fiction-y on me. I love you like a play cousin. I'm Addy 5000. Chain chomp, web shooter, yomp. Do you know what the best part of being Electro is? I don't know, Electro, what it is. I ain't got to pay my electric bill. You're trying to take one of our Marvel gals for your Batman Superman picture. You think we're gonna play that? You wanna mess with the mouse, son?